Jewel68 here for our Talk to Me Tuesday on Tuesday, August 11th. Haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. Sorry about that. Last week I had not much of a voice. As I mentioned, I'd had some viral bronchial infection. I ended up going to the doctor last Tuesday and was just hacking up along all week. So and just sleeping. I finally made it back to work on Thursday and worked Thursday and Friday, but the majority of the week I was home in bed or on the couch or, again, up coughing somewhere. So I'm back. I still have a little bit of a gravel there, you know, and a little bit of a cough here and there throughout the day, but so much better, so much more energy, so I'm feeling much better. What do I have to show? Nothing? Well, that's not true. I do have a finish to show. The Project Linus granny squares that I had crocheted together and then partially taken apart and then not donated in July. I donated last weekend at the August meeting. And so what I ended up doing was taking, I believe, 3 rows off of that. I undid 3 rows and redid the border, you know, did the border again all the way around. And I will insert a picture of that finished blanket here. And that's all I finished. I did take the remaining granny square rows, take those apart, and I put them back together. And I'm in the progress of just, you know, basically used what I came up with by crocheting those together as like a big square and just started, you know, doing granny square stitch all the way around that. So I'm in the process of getting that to a size where I think it's big enough for, I liked, if they're granny squares and kind of holy, I like to have them big enough for an older child, like maybe upper elementary school. So I usually try to get that to like here, as far as, I'm 5'2½", so I usually try to make it to where it's up, like to my shoulders maybe, or to my chest, in length. So I'll keep going until I get to that size, and then I will stop. And then something I've been working on kind of sporadically, but haven't mentioned at all in my videos actually, was 4th of July weekend, I believe it was. We had the 3-day Independence Day holiday weekend, and I just, on a whim, at the time I was worked ahead on Phoebe's Project of Doom, and we weren't to the end yet, so I don't know, Crafty, I think it was Crafty post on Facebook, had a link. They always have, you know, links to free patterns. And there was a rail fence in there for using up jelly roll strips. And I was like, you know what? I have all these pre-cuts in there that I've bought at various times and then never used. So I decided I'm going to go in there and I'm going to grab my big baggie full of jelly roll strips. I can't say that for some reason. And I'm going to do a rail fence. So I kind of looked through the pattern. I didn't follow the pattern exactly, but I got the basic you know, instructions for alternating, doing a strip set of 3 strips, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, and I split the strips all up that way and sewed them all together. Well, first you cut all the jelly roll strips, the width of fabric strips, into like 14-inch strips, and then you I just chain pieced them. So here's a bunch of those that I haven't gotten any further with, but you know, it's 3 strips and just a few of those. Anyway, I had a big stack because I did basically all of the jelly roll strips that were in that bag. And then now I'm in the process of cutting each one of those strip sets into 6.5-inch blocks. They come out to just slightly larger than 6.5 inches wide, and so then you just cut it down. You get 2 of these squares out of each strip set, With the exception of this one here that I wasn't paying any attention and cut the first one like 7.5 inches and then didn't have enough. So these will go into the random orphan block bag, I guess. So anyway, I have 2 stacks of those guys that are all 6.5 by 6.5 inch squares. Just in between other things, I'm coming in here and cutting those strip sets down to the 6.5 inch squares, and then once I get all those done, I will go back and look at the pattern again and see how they decided to put it all together. I probably will have to do a variation just because I don't think I started with the same number of jelly roll strips, so I'll just make it as big as I can, and then if I need to make it bigger I can always add a border or something. I don't know. There's no ultimate goal for this. In fact, I was thinking I would just use it for a quilt for myself because I've never made one for myself. So all of the quilts, I haven't made many, and all of the ones, I haven't finished many, and all the ones I have finished have been for baby gifts. So I don't have one of my own that I made here in the house. So I think that's what this is going to be. Plus, I don't think it's going to be that pretty, so it'll just be good practice for me. These are some really ugly jelly roll strips, and I have no idea what possessed me to buy these things in the first place. Who knows? Retail therapy, I guess. I don't know. And then the only other thing, of course, was the random surprise package from our princess, Miss Amber, with some partial yardage of some Doctor Who fabric. So I've got the Starry Night TARDIS and the police boxes and more of the Daleks. So yay! And I haven't decided exactly what is going to happen with those. So we shall see. I might use them to do a pieced back for my Doctor Who stitch along quilt, assuming I ever finish that. Or I might make a pillowcase. I might make a case for my Nook. I don't know. We shall see. I guess that's it. I'm looking forward to getting my swap partner. I did sign up for the swap. I look forward to watching everybody's videos, and I will see you next week. Bye!